Natalie Cochran, a Raleigh County woman convicted of murdering her husband, returned to the courtroom earlier today for a post-trial hearing. Our sister station, WVVA's Robert Castillo, has more from Raleigh County Circuit Court.
Natalie Cochran was found guilty of using insulin to poison and kill her husband, Michael Cochran, last month. On Tuesday, she was back in court as her lawyers pleaded for action regarding her case. Cochran's lawyers filed for a motion of acquittal and asked for a new trial for Natalie Cochran, saying the popularity of the case likely tainted the jury who ultimately convicted her. They cited a documentary and a podcast revolving around the trial as evidence of this.
I believe till this day that it was impossible to obtain fair and impartial jury, and that the case should have been moved to another county where the exposure of Natalie Cochran to the hostile glare of the community would not be as pronounced as here.
Raleigh County prosecuting attorney Tom Truman says the defense had every opportunity to question the jurors before the trial and says there's no evidence they were biased.
There were no surveys done. There were no marketing testing done. There's nothing. They say, we just think the community's hostile to our client. That's not enough, and it should never be enough.
Cochran's attorneys also argued that the circumstantial evidence alone was not enough to grant a conviction, and that an insulin bottle seized as part of a search warrant should have been excluded from court. Judge H.L. Kirkpatrick disagreed with the arguments and denied the motion for acquittal and a new trial.
We went through everyone with a fine-tooth comb. The folks answered our questions honorably and fairly, and the court finds that we had a completely fair jury.
Cochran is expected to appeal the decision against her. A new attorney is expected to take on that appeal. Here for you in Beckley, Robert Castillo, WVVA News.